welcome to all of you, my friends, on the another session of the Ncert 6th Geography, the chapter 6th, the major landforms of the Earth. Do you know the surface of the Earth is not the same everywhere? The Earth has an infinite variety of the landforms. Some parts of the lithosphere may be rugged and some are the flat. In the previous chapter, we studied about the lithosphere. Lithosphere is the crust plus upper mantle is called the lithosphere. And the infinite variety of the landforms such as hills, mountain, plateaus, plains. These varieties of the landforms are a result of the two processes. The first is internal process, another one is the external process. In the internal process leads to the upliftment and the shrinking of the earth's surface at the several places. That is now the internal process. What is the external process? The external process is the continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface. What is the erosion? The wearing away of the earth's surface is called the erosion. And what is the deposition? The surface is being lowered by the process of the erosion and rebuilding by the process of the deposition. So the deposition is the process of the making the land surface. What is the hills? A hill is a land surface that rises higher than the surrounding areas. And what is the mountain? Generally, a steep hill with an elevation of more than 600 meters is termed as the mountain. Do you know? A mountain is any natural elevation of the earth's surface. The mountain may have a small summit and a broad base. It is considerably higher than the surrounding area. Some mountains are even higher than the clouds as well. We noted as we go higher, the climate becomes colder. What is the glacier? In some mountains, there are the permanently frozen rivers of the ice. They are called the glaciers. The mountains may be arranged in a line. Now is the range. Mountain range: the Himalaya in Asia, the Alps in Europe, and the Andes in America. Types of the mountain: there are the three types of the mountains: the fold mountains, block mountains, and the volcanic mountains. The fold mountains: the Himalayan mountains and the Alps are the young fold mountain with rugged relief and high conical peaks. The Arrival Range in India is one of the oldest fold mountain system in the world. The range has considerably worn down due to the process of the erosion. The Appalachian in the North America and the Ural Mountain in the Russia have rounded features and low elevation. They are very old fold mountains. There are some examples of the fold mountains and the country in which they are situated. First is the Appalachian Mountain, the North America, and the Ural Mountain in the Russia. Do you know? The Mauna Kea, Hawaii in the Pacific Ocean is an undersea mountain. It is the higher than the Mount Everest, being 10,205 meters high. The block mountains. The block mountains are created within a large areas are broken and displaced vertically. The uplift blocks are termed as a horst and lowered blocks are called garben. The Rainy Valley in Europe block mountain and the Vosges mountain Europe block mountain. Volcanic mountains. The volcanic mountains are formed due to the volcanic activity. The Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa and the Mount Fujiyama in the Japan are the example of the volcanic mountains. What is the importance of the mountains? The mountains are very useful. The mountains are a storehouse of water. Many rivers have their source in the glacier in the mountains. Reservoirs are made and the water is harnessed for the use of people. The water from the mountains is also used for the irrigation and generation of the hydroelectricity. The river valleys and the terraces are ideal for the cultivation of the crops. Mountains have a rich variety of the flora and fauna. The forests provide the fuel, food, shelter, and other products like gum, resin, etc. Mountains provide an idyllic site for the tourist. They visit the mountains for their scenic beauty. Several sports like paragliding, hang gliding, river rafting, and the skiing are the popular in the mountain. What is the plateau? Plateau is an elevated flat land. It is a flat-topped tableland extending above the surrounding area. The plateau may have one or more sides with steep slopes. The heights of the plateau often varies from the few hundred meters to the several thousand meters. In these maps, the Deccan Plateaus are shown. The Deccan Plateau covers the state of Maharashtra, Telangana, Goa, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka full and some part of Tamil Nadu, Odisha and Chhattisgarh as well. The plateaus like the mountains may be young or old. The Deccan Plateaus in India is one of the oldest plateaus. The East African Plateau in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda and the Western Plateau of Australia. The Tibet Plateau is the highest plateau in the world with a height of 4,000 to 6,000 meters above the mean sea level. The plateaus are very useful because they are rich in the mineral deposits. As a result, the many of the mining areas in the world are located in the plateaus area. The African Plateau is famous for the gold and diamond mining. In India, huge reserves of iron, coal and manganese are found in the Chota Nagpur Plateau. In the plateaus areas, there may be several waterfalls, as the rivers falls from a great height. In India, the Hundru Falls in the Chota Nagpur Plateau on the river Subarneka and the Jog Falls in the Karnataka are the example of such waterfalls. The lava plateaus are rich in the black soil that are fertile and good for the cultivation. What is the plains? Plains are the larger stretch of the flatland. They are generally not more than 200 meters above the mean sea level. The most of the plains are formed by the rivers and their tributaries. Why the plains are very thickly populated area? Generally, the plains are very fertile. Construction of the transport network is easy. Thus, these plains are very thickly populated region of the world. Now, what is the tributaries? Tributaries is the small rivers which meet to the another big rivers. Some of the largest plains made by the rivers are found in Asia and North America. For example, in the Asia, the plains are formed by the Ganga and the Brahmaputra river in India and the Yangtze in China. Plains are most useful areas for human habitations. There is a great concentration of the people as a more flat land is available for building the houses as well as for the cultivation and also for the transportation. Because of fertile soils, the land is highly productive for the cultivation. In India too, the Indo-Gangetic plains are the most densely populated region of the country. The Swachh Bharat Mission healthy mind lives in the healthy body, and for the healthy body, clean environment, particularly clean water, clean air and hygienic surrounding are prerequisites. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel.